Hello everyone, my name is Mitz. Here we are back at Higurashi When They Cry. But, as of last time, we have now officially finished the questions arcs, and now into the halfway point of this series, into the answers arc. And oh boy, since the main character for this installment, which unfortunately just this installment from the sound of it, is Shion, I'm also looking forward to it. Small mysteries will be like slowly answered as they go along, but all the biggest ones will definitely be the very ending installment. But the one thing I'm genuinely more curious about exactly is how the director of the first murder for the entire Oyashiro curse plays into this, especially since it's literally the whole reason why Oishi is still on the case and why he's like trying to investigate everything. They were friends. Plus, also as the ending of the first installment, there's something about that case the police have not figured out, and maybe just an implication alone is maybe the reason why either Oishi or Oishi's partner in the third installment, the fourth installment, depending on which side is actually in focus, is probably the reason why they were, I guess, quote unquote, erased, or no, as Reina would put it, transferred out. They were fired from the job and just had a little peaceful, utter life in the countryside, drowning in the swamp. Oh boy. But like that and the syringe, there's quite a few things that need to figure things out, including if the Hinamizawa disaster was actually man-made or just a freak coincidence. There's that too, but yeah, there's quite a lot of things. And it's going to be interesting to see even more of a different outsider's perspective during this whole thing. It's going to be very intriguing. Technically, it's an outsider who has more goings on to what's going on, and oh. Okay, that looks really... Okay, that background looks really sick. Miyakashi, beloved cutthroat, eye-opening chapter. Welcome to the world of Higurashi When They Cry, Kai. Yeah, there was that. Plus, the whole menu was actually different with the shade of the trees. It was very much more different, going for different vibes. We finally reached the halfway point. From the viewpoint of the protagonist, try to find the truth behind the tragedy that unfolds. The difficulty is very high. It won't be easy to comprehend the motive of the perpetrator. Comprehend the motive. That's the key phrase in there, the motive. Because, even if the director has something involved with this and he's not, dead, why then fake his own death to go with the damn product, especially he was being paid to do the project, and, from what little we know of him, he was going ahead with the damn project anyway. So how is he involved in this? Was he brainwashed and, pretending to die or something like that? It's weird. We don't really know if he's dead or not, technically speaking. Yeah, Keiichi's note was ripped out of that. The syringe and just looking to the director's past is completely removed from there. I even looked back into the first installment and again, I'm more concerned, I'm more wondering if Rika's backstory would even include were they gonna use Rika's backstory and intersperse it throughout any of these answer arc things if the fourth installment didn't happen? Because it definitely was made a point in the first installment that Rika knows how to do a lot of things, cooking, laundry, and all that, and that was specifically pointed out in the tips section there. It's it's all been planned out from the very beginning to end, which is actually really nice to hear. Doesn't seem like unless more ideas are given during as the writing was done, that was technically already planned from ahead of time. But since it happened last time, I'm not gonna do choices. There might be more variance because this chapter's longer, but eh. She dropped her beads in the sand, so the girl cried. For 100 years, the girl searched the sands. They might be in the ocean, not the sand, so the girl cried. For 100 years, the girl searched the ocean. Okay, I missed that. Okay. 7 keys were attached to the keychain. Without knowing which key was the correct one, I had to go by instinct and try every key, one by one. On average, I reached the correct key within 3.5 attempts. You about half key on that key ring of yours? I'd be fortunate if I could open the lock within the first 3 keys. And I'd be unfortunate if I didn't. I had to think of the worst case scenario, getting the right key only on the very last attempt. I fought my nervousness. My head ached from it. You could just memorize what the key looks like and put a mark on it if you really are. Just hate that. I put the key in and turned it. I just needed to repeat that small procedure several times, but I couldn't stop shaking. Damn. Even a 3-year-old kid could do something this easy. So am I more childish than a 3-year-old? Well, I mean, if you let it get to you, then yes. Whatever. I don't care if I'm clumsy. I just need to try all these keys. Even the worst case scenario, the lock will open on the 7th try. Or the worst case scenario, someone stole that one particular key and you're stuck outside your room or wherever it is for the rest of your life. No way. Reality isn't always the same as math. Yeah, because math was way more logical, and reality has interspersed some random chance of probabilities and emotions of people and some animals. What happened was worse than my worst case scenario. None of the keys worked at all. Ah, I guessed right. Ah, it's the worst case scenario. I can feel the blood draining from my brain. Did I get the wrong set of keys? Like, is this Oh, is this like was that background in the beginning like your hotel room? Like, did you wait? Why would a hotel have 7 sets of keys? So, huh? No, I definitely see a faint marking that says this set is for this door. I'm just reading it wrong. Did you put the key upside down the wrong way? Honestly, I have that sort of thing sometimes. Should I go back to the key cabinet and to look for the right one? No, so all those people, the pranksters, putting one key off the key ring and putting it to another one. All those little miscreants. That would mean a great loss of time. Just by being here, I'm already risking so much. Something that could ruin everything might happen at any moment. If I can't open this lock, do I have to go back to the administration office? What even are you? If there were no other choice, it'd be a waste of time to spend another second here. The administration office wouldn't necessarily be empty this time. Somebody might come in. I won't be able to look for the right key if that happens. Oh, are you breaking into somewhere? I stood up quickly, as electrified. I was almost in a panic, and so felt the urge to move. My instinct pushed me. I had to go back there as quickly as possible. It's dangerous to be here. It's also dangerous if somebody comes into the administration office. Well, then have fun, just Scooby-Dooing, all your way about, stealthily. I cooled my head, making it as chilly as possible to repress my fear. Calm down, Shion. You're not doing it properly. It's calm down, Shion Sonozaki, okay? You gotta say the whole full name, okay? Mion wouldn't panic in this situation. Maybe I'm just mistaken. Why don't I try the keys one more time? Whoa. Next moment, I felt a faint vibration in the air. Somebody's walking somewhere in the hallway. For a normal situation, I would have known I wouldn't run into them, since the footsteps were very far away. At the time I couldn't think calmly. Shit. Why am I panicking this much because of footsteps? Calm down. Calm down. I should be feeling excited instead. Calm down. Calm down. I just need to do what I have to do. I should ignore the footsteps because they're not an immediate threat. Pretend they aren't there. They'll listen for something much more important right now. Shit. This key should be hard and cold, but it's pliable and hot. It feels like rubber. What kind of key is that? How can I stick this into the keyhole? Oh my gosh. Shit. It wasn't the key that was pliable. The fingers that were limp, like sausage fingers. Ah, shit. The key sprung on my hand and fell to the floor. It shouldn't have made any sound, because it was so pliable, but it made a tremendous metal noise as somebody pushed over a cupboard. Cling! The sound almost stopped my heart. I felt dizzy for a while. I looked around afterwards to carefully see if I caused any disturbance to the surroundings. The footsteps increased their speed. They're sprinting towards you now! Run! Calm down. Calm down. Nothing's changed. I don't hear anything. So, am I safe? Ah, the bells! The bells are back! Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Wait, I don't hear anything? You don't hear the diegetic bells? Or those indiegetic? What about those footsteps in the distance? Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. They're looking for me as they notice the sound? Shit, what is that sound I'm hearing? Isn't my sweat dripping on the floor? Shut up. I can hear the sound of my own sweat. Calm down. Calm the fuck down. I have to clarify. This isn't a prison or detention center. It's a private school. Oh, it makes sense. Okay. Oh, I was wondering, like, I guess. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. Like, you go to a private school then. Because you don't live anywhere nearby, but, like, you don't. I was thinking maybe a public school for, I guess, in Okinomiya anyway. Nice. It's a private school. Not a normal one, though. I'm pretty sure like, what's a normal private school? It costs a fortune just to get in. Aren't a lot of private schools like that, technically? It's a boarding school that provides education from elementary school to university. Oh. So, like, literally this can be just a university as well, then. Being for girls only, rather than a school, you could say it's a factory that manufactures ladies, parentheses. Some of my classmates here had never even used public transportation. Huh. Really, it isn't normal. To me, saying, "How nice to see you," instead of just, "Hi," is already insane. That's way more wordy, so yes. Calling teachers sisters gives me the creeps. Oh, oh. Is it like a more religious school? I mean, like, sister and all that. Like, that's mostly reserved for nuns and all that. I hate the morning and evening prayers, to say nothing of the Sunday Mass. Yeah. I don't want to memorize the Bible passages, and the Holy Ghost gives me a rash. If I stayed in this institution, that's what I call the place, for many years, I'd either go crazy or be brainwashed. Most of the girls chose to be brainwashed, but I can't do that. I'd rather be just regular brainwashed instead of massively brainwashed. After all, I was more impressed by the political schemes and international trade behind religious propagation than by the love of God, which the Bible teaches. That's a lot. I don't know if I'm that kind of school would teach that. Because of that, I've been treated as a problematic child from the beginning. Yeah, if you're going with that, I'll set in like a more religious context. Yeah, just imagine I'm just literally just someone who does not doesn't exactly match the values of a religious school. That I'm just showing up and just existing. Some people. Because of that, I've been treated as a problematic child from the beginning. I experienced lots of disadvantages as a result. I realized that quickly, so I superficially pretended to be normal. However, I got tired of acting, so I started to reveal my true self from time to time. And then I became a problematic child once again. People started to treat me differently once again. It's fun to misbehave. Oh yes, I'll say that much. But it wouldn't do anything for me in the long run. So why did I act that way? Because it's bad to lie? Why? Even though I knew it was going to backfire me later on. After examining my emotions, I realized that I completely had it with my surroundings. I was afraid of being brainwashed in this institution. I can't live here. I won't let them brainwash me. 6 months ago, I decided to escape this place. Oh, is that the reason why you're going around here? You're trying to escape? Escape. I wonder what that means, like the word escape. The moment I made up my mind, I started to feel alive again. I acted ladylike in order to deceive the sisters. Pretending became fun once I set my goal. Yes, manipulation. Yes, manipulation. Yes, trick them all. And then when the back is turned, their guards are down. And then strike from behind. Backside them. Ah. It gave me the creeps when they told me with smiles that it was God's influence that I started to behave religiously. I was not expecting we were going to go down this. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I laughed at them behind their backs. I took on my classmates' duties in order to understand the layout of the school, the schedules of the staff and guards. I soon found out that the security of the school was immensely tight, because there were many daughters of important people living there. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense then. The guards walked their beat randomly. There were surveillance cameras everywhere. Like, did you map everything on your brain just to do this one final escape heist? The system that kept out intruders ironically also worked to prevent escapees. Okay. But that excited me instead. I simulated how to avoid all the surveillance in my head many times. Nice. I drew an escape route in the corner of my notes during class and tested if it worked. I strove to acquire any necessary skills for the escape. It was all fun. Yeah, from the sound of it, yes, oh my god. After all, the situation was cathartic for me. I mean, that's who I am. No matter how hard they try to brainwash me, I never change. I think at this point, the only way you're going to be brainwashed is you're completely broken, which yeah, I don't think it's going to happen that easily, and only, going back to the second installment, immense torture anyway. Oh boy. That's really probably the only way, honestly. And, yeah, god. Ugh. I've been waiting for the moment of my escape, preparing physically and mentally. First, I need the courage to escape. I had to be confident in the plan. I had to think deeply about it. Just think about it every single day in class, at lunch, and at night, even your dreams. I also need skills and physical strength. Gym, like, jumping jacks, just sprints and all that, or like just use the classes to your own advantage. I imagined all the possible obstacles and trained myself. It was funny because I was finally able to enjoy gym classes, long distance runs. I need a perfect plan, as well as the physical strength and skills necessary to execute it. Also supported by those things, I needed determination. I made sure that I had all I needed, and execute the plan. Do it flawlessly. Oh my gosh. It's the hotel room. I decided to plant a seed in the school before the appointed day. The seed was a rumor that one of the male teachers was having a relationship with a student. Okay! I won't go into details now, but that can turn into an enormous problem in this school. I'm pretty sure it's an enormous problem no matter what. Depending on what class the one teacher is in. If it's from elementary school to university, I think it's a big deal. The school is limited to girls precisely because their parents want to avoid those kinds of problems. That too, honestly, I could see that, but the thing I have in my head is even worse. Those parents are mostly important people from various positions. If the romance was a fact and was leaked to the public, the principal would have to commit suicide in shame. Okay. In fact, even that might not be enough. Alright. In the world of girls, rumors spread fast. Especially when they're separated from boys and are obsessed with dirty thoughts. Okay. So this kind of rumor goes around really quickly. The sisters try to get rid of that kind of rumor. They warn the students not to be swayed by it. Apparently, they're the ones who are most swayed by those rumors. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? We're just teaching like these kids day in and day out. We have more mature and like adult conversations. This means that I managed to make them fervently deal with something shady without contacting families, the authorities. Nice. Just make everyone distracted from when it actually does happen. So I disappeared in these circumstances. It looked like I ran away with some teacher. All the male teachers would deny it, of course. However, the school wouldn't believe what they said so easily. After all, there's a dirty rumor going around, and I guess it would also be like they'll investigate them more and probably I guess what was it? Completely skip over the fact of why you actually left and escaped. That's actually kind of a nice plan. It's actually a nice plan. By the time the school finds out about my escape, and to eliminate all the other possibilities, I'll be somewhere safe. I tried hard to spread the rumor that I was involved in the forbidden romance as widely as possible. Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were going through the whole fact of trying to tell I guess subtly implied one of the students besides you weren't it, and we're trying to do in other ways I'm not implicating back to you, but I guess if it would make the plan go better if if everyone think it was you, or it's implied to be you. The sisters questioned me a few times, but since the romance is something I made up, they couldn't find anything. Exactly, I'm lying, and they can't see the truth from it. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't find any evidence. After 3 months, I was certain that I created a solid foundation. For 3 whole months of this, oh my! I swapped after dinner duties with my classmates so that I could adjust my schedule on this day. I was even able to fill them with suspicion about me by doing that. Now they'll definitely suspect I ran away with some male teacher. Okay. Tonight was the night. I began my chores at the dinner. I'm assuming this is actually meant to be a dorm room, I guess. Man, the private dorm rooms here look just like the motels in Hinamizawa. It's still funny. If the lights out, somebody would find out about my disappearance. My generous roommate would probably wait about 10 minutes before she reported me to his sister, but no longer than that. I had about an hour tops. That's enough for me. I took a step off my regular route, and the nervousness rampaged the entire system. That was the first step toward my great escape. I calmed down and thought, the key shouldn't be wrong. This lock is old and firm. Isn't it possible I put the right one in? The lock was just stiff, and I only thought I got the wrong one? I realized that my nervousness was making me clumsy. The gloves that I'm wearing to avoid leaving fingerprints must be getting in the way too. Thinking all through the steps. My next thought is, do you actually have a plan of where you're gonna, I guess, stay after you leave the house? Like, leave the school? Like, do you have a motel? Are you gonna go to your parents' or relatives' house to spend the night? I mean, if, like, you've been hopping around, like, different places, how far away from, is this, like, taking place around the same time as the other, like, around the festival in Hinamizawa, or this is like a prequel to all that happening, like, I guess months before? I had to try the keys one more time. I picked the most probable one and gently inserted it into the keyhole. Right way. Don't go upside down. It's stiff. If I twist it too strongly, I might break the key. When I thought of giving up, I felt something in my fingertips. The key worked! I slowly opened the door. I could hear the crickets. I don't have to hesitate now, but somehow I'm reluctant to step out into your new life. I can still make excuse up to this point. Might look awkward, but I still can. I guess the one thing I don't know exactly, like, is why you want to leave. Besides, unless you feel suffocating there, that's their reason why you decide to leave and go somewhere else. Don't know what you're planning to do afterwards, but Might look awkward, but I still can. If I take a step outside now, there can be no excuse. If the guards find me, they'll take me to the office immediately. Then all you did to do is punch the Menards and run for it. Jump the fence, flee, go across the quicksand moats. Jump over the alligators. There have been escape attempts before. That's not really so strange. That's kind of very strange based on this. I don't think I'm the only heathen here. It's understandable that there have been people before who couldn't fit in this place. Yeah. The school is well aware of the possibility of escapees. I've heard rumors about what happened to those who were caught while attempting to escape. I don't want to believe any of those stories, though. They were kidnapped, tortured, and put back into their perfectly brainwashed, broken beyond recognition. You see, all the school's horror stories involve students who attempted escapes. Whatever. Bring it on. Okay. Action music, let's go. I'm not expecting to get a second chance anyway. There'll always be only one chance. Things get serious beyond this door. I set myself up and push the door open. The alarms are blaring. A strong smell was hanging in the air. Is that normal for the outside? I mean, if you're not used to being out there and you've only been living here for a solid months or a couple of years, and yeah. Like, oh my gosh, thinking about it, like, you never left this entire place ever since, I guess, your parents let you put you into there? And actually thinking about that, then that means, like, technically this is a prequel then, since you're, like, the parents are like, okay, we can't keep her there anymore, let's put her somewhere else then, and she'll do some works, like, do some jobs at this restaurant and all that. Is that normal for the outside? Never smelled this strong grassy smell before. Touch grass. Is there something going on? Should they be wary of it? Or it's literally just someone mowed the grass recently, and that's why there's that, that smell in the air. Should I go back and wait for their chance? No, that's silly. There's nothing strange going on. The smell is something I smell every day. I just wasn't aware of it. Which is true, isn't it? Even though I pretend to be cool, nothing but a nervous wreck. Well, fake it till you make it. Oh, nice. Calm down. Calm down, Shion. I can rely only on the map inside my head from this point onward. I'd researched the locations of all the surveillance cameras. I'm confident I'll be able to avoid all of them. But I'm not sure about the guards. They pick the patrol routes randomly after all. I just have to take a chance. I can hide myself in most places. Just somersault into the roof. Ninja style. But there's an area where there's nowhere to hide for several meters. I concentrate to keep my senses keen, so it's just a long grass plain, okay. What to depend on my luck in the end. Even if I do my best, that guard might find me by mere chance. On the contrary, I might be able to get away no matter how unwisely I chose to move if I'm lucky. Damn. After all the effort just boils into luck? This is a gamble after all. When I realized that, I got excited. Yes, this is a gamble. Look, this is the way of how we can figure out if we have good luck or not, because Keiichi is, like, good at figuring it logically, but at the same time, the luck kills him by the end. Literally. That's how bad he is. Like, he's good at the plans and all that, but the luck kills him in the end. So, let's figure out what kind of luck you have, then. Yes, this is a gamble. I'm trying my luck here. This is a game to test determination to change my life. If somebody failed to escape from the school, that meant they didn't have enough luck to survive in the real world. But I'm different. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm testing my luck. Here goes, Shion. I ignored the noisy bugs and concentrated only on suspicious sounds. I heard no threats. The loudest sound wasn't the bugs, my own heartbeat. Crunch. Even my own footsteps were so loud they could break my eardrums. With each and every step, my overactive imagination tormented me with premonitions of unexpected run-ins with guards. Countless times thy torture grew too hard to bear, I thought of running. But if I broke into a run, the noise I made would only draw suspicion. Light jog. If anyone heard running at a time and place where people shouldn't be, they'd think something abnormal was happening. If the footsteps they heard were just walking, they'd likely think nothing of it. Of course, I don't plan on even letting them hear those footsteps. Yeah, and even if they do hear, just pretend like you own the place. Like, just some people just broke in casually to confidential areas. I heard them, literally just because they're just holding a clipboard and all that, and just walked in like, yeah, I belong here, scoot out of the way, come on, let me in. I tried to extend my senses to get as much information as possible. I didn't sense anyone's presence. I might have felt safer if I heard a guard in the distance, actually. I'm warned that my senses might not be keen enough to detect everything, only just the things that are right around you in a 5-meter radius. Somebody might be right behind me without me being aware of it. I don't want to make any noise, so I stop from time to time. It's like I'm constantly fidgeting. To stop, or to run. Something within me urged me to choose from either one. I can't choose to stop, though. I have to keep going quickly and stealthily. I'm already risking so much just by being here. Running, of course, would be absurd. I know that. The urge to run continued to bug me. My head was filled with those thoughts as I went through this dangerous territory. And just thrill-seeking already. I succeeded in passing through without running into anybody. I couldn't help but sit for a moment and exhale the rotten air of my lungs. My negative thoughts vanished quickly. Just a little more to go. Just a little more. Just through the bush over there is the fence that separates this place and the outside world. Once again, I strongly felt the urge to run. I suppressed that desire and carefully tackled the final step, that were then spotted immediately. The beautiful-looking fence didn't seem designed to prevent escapes. While I was worried that somebody might see me climb up the fence, it fortunately didn't happen. It's even possible this fence might have a touch sensor. A touch sensor? Why would they need a... Oh my god, how many times have people tried to escape from this goddamn place? Oh my god. It's too late now, though. Doesn't mean anything now, since I'm already climbing up. From the top, the fence seemed about 7 feet high. I had to go down carefully, just like when I climbed it up. I knew it logically, but I couldn't think that way anymore. I chose to jump off with no hesitation. Of course, I regretted my decision during the fall. I got scared because the flight was longer than I expected. It turned into 20 feet from up high. Ah! I didn't land beautifully. I fell into my butt. But there was nobody around to laugh, and I didn't have time to be embarrassed. Just do a tuck and roll, then immediately just sprint up and run. I looked around to see if anybody heard my landing. Even the crickets weren't interested in the sound I made. I felt relieved. The crickets are helping you. They're blocking out the sound of anything, of your footsteps and everything. I looked at my watch. Okay, good. You're immune to my jokes. 5 minutes until 8 p.m. It was just a 15-minute escape. Putting a number to it really made it obvious how short I'd been. Looking back, most of the time I was just asking myself questions and hesitating. I guess I will worry too much. I can't be too relaxed just yet. There's no guarantee that I fold all the cameras. This place isn't a bank. There won't be a fire alarm going off even if the guards did see me. It's possible they're rushing this way right now. They're wearing riot suits. I can't enjoy the air of freedom yet. I hid myself in the darkness and waited. There's still time left until the rendezvous. Wait, who's picking you up? Okay, someone's definitely picking up then. I wonder what the Kai is supposed to mean for the, like, the logo here. I'm assuming a Kai is now for the rest of the Answer Arc installments then? Just still waiting here, but I'm just still staying here at the scene of the crime, you know, as usual. I watched the school premises while waiting. It looked like nothing strange was going on. The buildings lit up, and the beautiful Western-style architecture made it hard to believe that it was a school. It's a castle from the outside. It should be armed with electrifying wires, searchlights, and guard dogs like the prison it is. I thought I experienced a surge of school memories in a situation like this. No, they were all terrible, honestly. But it didn't happen. That sort of thing only happens when you have good memories. Oh, how bad was it actually there? Oh, God. I have no good memories of this school. There's nothing to remember. I'm assuming it's not anything, like, I guess, that bad, but just, like, very, very suffocating. Oh, boy. But if I could pick a series of images to recall, maybe the luxurious dinners we all had every night. Okay, no, that like, those are good. Like, yes. But so my memories would be nothing but international cuisine. Japanese, Chinese, French, and so on. What the hell? Now that's just too funny. I burst into laughter. The food was the only good thing about the place. At that point, I heard a car approaching. I crouched in the darkness. The plate number is the same as I was expecting. That's the car. I jumped out and rushed to the passenger side, then opened the door and got in. Oh my gosh, I remember your name. Oh my god, it's that guy. Yes. Nice to see you, Shion-san. The driver was a man of early old age. He'd be angry if he heard me say that, though. He thinks he's still middle-aged. He looked at my face and learned that I succeeded. He smiled. The air feels so fresh. I want to eat a burger for a start. I heard they serve excellent food in the school, but might as well serve nothing but gruel, huh? The oatmeal. No way, dumbass. I'm just kidding. Step on the gas, you have time to laugh at me. As you wish. Flora said everyone goes back into the back seat. Squeal. Kasai really did laugh out loud. To tell me to buckle up, he accelerated, speeding through onto the highway. The cathedral-like school disappeared from the mirror in an instant. It disappeared so quick that I didn't have time for a surge of dinner memories. Goodbye, my lovely school days. Aha! I'm gonna fill my stomach with junk food from now on. Healthy stuff. Bleh. Yeah. I'll forever be free from the table manners you taught me. Aha! Oh, it's also one of those kind of schools. Oh boy. Serves you right. Be the perfect model person at every single hour and waking moment of the day. Okay then. Alright. As we drove, the scenery began to change. Soon we were surrounded by vast fields of crops and few streetlights. It reminded me that this was just the countryside Japan, not Europe. Are you hungry? Would you like to stop somewhere to eat? That's okay, I already ate. I lied. I'm actually a bit hungry. Didn't eat much at dinner to avoid slowing myself down with a full stomach. I appreciated Kasai's offer, but I didn't feel like taking the time to eat while we're still in enemy territory. Yeah, go to McDonald's or something like when the next town over. It's late, so you only find vending machines at the highway rest stops. Well, I heard there are hamburger and Odin vending machines nowadays. I'm more curious of how a hamburger vending machine even be. Huh? What the hell? That dispense a cup and ingredients like a coffee vending machine? That's gross. I don't think it's like that. It usually comes in a can. Sorry, I can't stand canned food. I think he was talking about canned coffee. Still. Thought you might have grown out of it. I haven't because I can't. Shut up. Why are you laughing? Kasai chuckled. He must have been trying to help me relax. You know, from the sound of it, actually, like also the ending of the second installment, he's probably gonna be the other main character here, which makes sense why he got sprites there, technically speaking. He was a minor character in that installment because he has no relation to Keiichi at all. But Shion, yes, that's also another major character. Gonna be interesting. He isn't usually so talkative. He missed you. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna get some sleep. I was gonna eat some sleep. How do I recline this? Use the lever, and I'm assuming you're on the left. Okay, so left side. The handle should be on the left side and against, like, you know, the seat. So I'm just pull it up, then lean back. Look for the lever on the lower left part of the seat. You find it? Oh, here it is. Here I go! What? Just crunch backwards in half. Kasai laughed again. Did he sing funny? No. I just love the way he talks to him like Mion-san. Well, obviously. Mion and I are identical twins. We're perfect copies of each other. When we react to something, so will Mion. When Mion reacts to something in a certain situation, I'll react the same way. Well, I guess it's like... I guess I'm just the pure... nature of it all, but I'm not nurturing, I guess, this way, if you can even believe the whole nature-nurture thingy. But since you two are definitely growing up in two different separate environments. Mion is becoming the Yakuza leader, and you're just becoming the goody two-shoes when you're technically not. That's funny. That's so ironic, honestly. How's Sis? I believe she's fine. I only see her when I bring your father to the family councils. That's right. She doesn't live in our parents' home anymore. She's living with Grandma in Hinamizawa now, isn't she? Now. Huh. How long ago was this actual section then? Huh. Especially since yeah, especially since, yeah, actually thinking about it, that the damn murder happened, like, I guess 4 or 5 years ago before the events of the game, and, like, the sound of, like, Mia was already living there this whole time, so, Man, was this actually 4 or 5 years ago? Wow, that, we're going way back in time. She moved to the main house around the same time you started going to that school. I responded with disinterest, even though I was the one who asked about her in the first place. The main house is where Oreo, the current leader of the Sonozaki family, lives. That's my grandma, who I call a hag. But when we use the phrase, the main house, that usually means more than just a dwelling. What Kasai refers to is the same thing. Did she change? Mion-san. Yeah. I think she just had changed if she's living so close to the grandma. He chuckled yet again. He knows I hate my grandma. I haven't noticed any changes. She's still the Mion-san you know. What about me? Did I change? No. Not at all. He responded quickly with a smirk. I haven't seen him for a while, though. It's not funny if he answers this quickly. I glared at him. They burst out laughing. Oh my gosh, you can still read his mind. Everyone can still read your mind. The protagonist powers. God damn it. It's going to everyone now. You haven't changed at all. That's admirable, since you've been in such a strict school for so long. I completely forgot the voice I gave for Kasai actually all this time. I'll probably just go back and just rewatch them, just change the voice accordingly later on. It still sounds so much close to Oishi and Tomataki for me. The only thing I can think of right now for him. But something more gravelly, my voice breaks. Damn it. Laugh as much as you want. I'm gonna sleep. There's a blanket in the back. No, I'll consider it. Please make sure you make use of it. Thanks. I grabbed a blanket and rolled up in it. I'm exhausted, but I can't go to sleep. It's strange. Oh no, I've had several of those moments before. Literally waking up, literally 4 o'clock in the night sometimes, like, brain, you're completely energized, but my eyes seem tired. You're completely energized, don't worry about it. Like, okay, fine, I'll stay up for a bit longer until the sun breaks. 20 minutes later, you're tired, go to sleep now. What? Yeah, I'm exhausted, but I can't go to sleep. It's strange. Or maybe not. Must be tired from the escape, but exhilarated because you escaped. It's just that I'm still feeling tense. So just to clear once again, even only to calm myself. I'm sleeping. I totally am. Alright, it's the third time you said that. Well, technically that means she is sleeping. She said it, like, 3 or 4 times, obviously. You didn't get that the first 2 times? Do I have to give you permission to sleep? You're talking too much. I can't go to sleep if you don't quiet down. Do you have to quiet the car down too, then? I apologize, princess. I'll keep quiet now. This interaction with Kasai reminded me of the peaceful days in Okinomiya. Well, I don't really know if I can call those days peaceful. We were in the middle of the dam protest back then, after all. Oh, okay. Oh, this is actually later on. Oh. Wait, does that mean you're technically this is like happened the same exact time around the festival, like the modern day? Well, 1983 modern day. That technically just means you're just stuck in a private school and like your parents are like hey, we need your help from the restaurants around here. We'll move you back and forth from your school to here. That's literally the only time she actually can move around. And actually, the one time she decided to give like food to Keiichi, that one time in the second installment. only then, only then, quick as a whip. You can only have enough time just to do that one short, then go immediately back. We can't allow prisoners to be out there outside in the outside world for too long. Harumph. We were in the middle of the dam protest back then, after all. We all united together, and now think about it, we pulled a lot of pretty dangerous stunts. If the authorities ever found out what I did, I'd never escape going to juvie, and this is one of those situations where the truth should not ever come out. Well, at least half the people in Hinamizawa would be out to prison. Yeah. You didn't think of them as criminal acts, though. It depends what you did, actually. It was a war, and war crimes are not crimes at all. It might also have been a festival. A festival where every person in Hinamizawa joined together in protest. It was a struggle, but it was also fun. It was fun to lay waste to the foes against us. It was fun to throw stones at the riot police there, buddy. Exactly. We hid ourselves in somebody's home when they chased after us. We even go crowd around the police station, demanding the release of our arrested comrades. We snuck into the construction site and sabotaged it. It felt more like we were playing a war than conducting one. I got so excited back then, like using childhood activities for adult matters. Noise. I felt united with my fellow members, even though they were technically strangers to me, and that memory warms my heart. Yes, the way it felt back then was like helping everyone to carry a sacred palanquin through the village, getting up sweaty and exhausted together, until we all collapsed face first in the ground, and shared our excitement and cheers at unfamiliar faces over tea. I was just a kid back then. I remember accompanying young men who worked with my dad out to the village to do various bad things. I was arrested a few times. A life experience. It didn't feel any different, though, than when I was called to the teacher's office for getting my homework. The other villagers were furious about the dam project, but for those of us who were kids at the time, it's a pretty fun memory. Just take a baseball bat to someone's knee. Oh yes, fun times! God. All that came to a sudden end a few years ago. It wasn't only the power of the protest that ended the dam construction project, or the political powers being happening at the same time. The Sounds-Like family and my dad's organization had worked secretly in the shadows. Okay, so this is top secret information to the Sounds-Like family, but if any of all watching this leak this, you'll be hunted down. It said they may or may not have kidnapped the Minister of Construction's grandson. That's literally the only thing you know about of what I guess your family did so far, and they probably did way much more. And may have way much more in hand, directly or indirectly, about what the curse every year in the town. Huh. In order to blackmail him, the grandson was found a few days after the abduction. He's found in the mountains of Higurashi. He didn't simply disappear, and he wasn't demoned away. He wasn't spirited away either. Man, I watched that movie just like a few days ago. Man, I'm so glad I watched it. That was so much fun. That means some kind of deal was made secretly. After that, the dam construction plan was halted indefinitely. The police suspected the villagers' involvement and investigated, but they couldn't find any leads. Maybe they did the same tried and true method of don't worry, everyone has an alibi. Everyone does. Also, I hit the mic, sorry. The villagers never betrayed each other. They do anything to protect their own fellow man. They fabricated fake alibis and fake evidence. I mean, it was easy to see the police. Whoa. The car suddenly shook, sent me out of it. It must have run over a bump or something. Straight onto the highway. Near a large right turn. Skidding across the road. I suddenly realized my expression was a very happy one for some reason. Well, look, throwing rocks and destroying property, all for the name of the good fight. It's fun, okay? Ah. I must be looking forward to going home, then. Shion-san? Are you awake? What is it? Would you like me to take you to the house in Okinomiya? I mean, where else would you be taking me? He answered straightforwardly with a frown. Kasai, then, also chose to reply straightforwardly. It was the family had decided on your enrollment in St. Lucia, and you ran away from there. You do understand the situation you're in. The school grandma chose didn't fit me, that's all. Shion-san. I know. Shut up. As the head of the Sonozaki family, the hag's decisions are absolute. They're nothing like, say, the 3-second rule. Just drop that on the ground, the second of 3.1 seconds pass, it's done for. Worse, the decision to confine me to an academy far away from the Sonozaki family was made before I was even born. Yeah, this feels like definitely going to the whole thing of, like, yeah, you have no choice in the matter. This is probably even more, okay, I relate to you even so much more now. I relate to you so much more, Shion. So much more. Shion was the name they gave me. My sister, Mion, has a character that means demon in her name. That was to signify that she's the successor of demons. In other words, she will be the successor to the Sonozaki family and its demonic bloodline. Well, I mean, demons are fun. My name, Shion, has a character that means temple in it. This means that I was destined to take the veil and be confined in a temple. That is okay. So basically your name branded you as a mob. You're being locked away from anything else. That is so unreasonably cruel then to me. Thinking of that reminds me how much I hate this name of mine. Well then, the second you get a chance, change your first name. Change your last name if you want to. You only need a chance. For starters, the person known as Shion is an abominable being to the Sonozaki family. Because it meant the family had 2 heirs. Yay. So I'm technically speaking a family of demons, you're the demon of the group, yay. So I'm a double outsider then. Yay. I don't have to cite the countless historical examples to explain. It's easy to imagine how that could prove troublesome for succession. According to our long-held family traditions, one of the twins was to be strangled to death right after birth. Oh my god. Unbelievable, isn't it? What that means is I have to be grateful just to be alive and breathing to this day. That sounds like almost the exact same reasoning of just, like parents just saying, like, I gave birth to you, like, you listen to what I say. I didn't choose to be birthed or to be given life. I heard the hag actually put her hands on my neck right after I was born. And then there's the whole line, basically, the double-edged sword, the tip thing of like Oreo mentioned, of him secretly implying him, hey, let the grandson go. That was just literally just a casual way to say oh no, don't, like, just let him go. Like, nothing he said there was I don't care if kids die and like that. Definitely not. I don't know what exchange took place in that moment. Maybe some brave relative of mine managed to get her to stop. Maybe she was in an extremely good mood that day. Then don't try to strangle me. God. We're twins. There are no apparent differences between us. But the first one out of my mom's stomach was named Mion. The second one drew the short straw and got named Shion. Everyone else is desperate to tell us apart, but we sisters just found that awfully ridiculous. There wasn't any difference between us. No one could tell us apart, even if we only swap hats. I wondered why all the grown-ups were trying to see the differences. God. I'm just getting a whole sympathy vibes now. My brain, While they're fun as twins and last forever, the second they realize who is who, immediately separate them. Mark one of them. God. One day, they created an undeniable, clear distinction between Mion and Shion. Mion went to the main Sonozaki house to live with the hag and to learn how to become the successor. And I was to be confined in St. Lucia's. I mean, I had no objections to Sis's inheritance. I used to be jealous, but now that I feel having to learn about and follow the traditions would just make me tired. I feel sorry for Mion. Yeah, honestly, I got the same vibe just learning about in the second installment. So I'm not going to be a threat to the family even if I'm back in Okinohamae. But the hag doesn't seem to think that way. Insolent child! Just doing one slight thing. Oh god, I can already see. Well, there's the parallels with them fleeing from that school, just latest making a slight against the staff and all that, and then it's against authority then again. I wonder if that's gonna be the theme for this as well. Going against authority. It does seem like that's the theme here. She thinks of me as some kind of evil omen, even more evil than normal demons? Wowee. That's like double evil. That means you should be more demonic than anyone else in the family then. That's why she wanted to keep me away from her. Doesn't matter to me. I don't want to see her face either. I don't care if she doesn't allow me to enter Hinamizawa. I mean, she can charge me 10,000 yen per step I take there. But I want her to let me live in Okinomiya, where I grew up. When I was little, I was in Hinamizawa, but I don't remember it much. I'm not very attached to it. I do have good memories of my elementary school days in Okinomiya. The town isn't very sophisticated, but I kind of like it there. If you go back to Okinomiya, somebody from the family will notice you. Then they'll report you to the main house. Are you worried that Grandma will hear about me? I mean, either the school is literally just gonna, like, say, hey, ring, your child, like, your granddaughter basically just, fled the school. Like, no matter what, they're gonna, like, say it to the family or, like, the guardians anyway. They're gonna find it either way. But it just depends on how long it's gonna take, for to find, I guess, to find out they're missing. But besides, like, it all, like, this is how Shion is, like, saying and acting all this. Everyone, the family already knows that she's probably gonna be in Okinomiya anyway. So, yeah. Are you worried that Grandma will hear about me? That might be a problem. I hope you understand the situation. What, Kasai? Are you telling me to go back to the awful place, then? No, I'm not. What I'm trying to say is, you want to know whether I'm prepared or not. I just hope you understand what might happen. Well, I know what you mean. You'll be held responsible for helping me escape if things go bad, right? You should caress your pinky finger while you can, Kasai, before I take it away from you. You should look forward to being rolled up in a futon mat and thrown into the Onikafuchi swamp in that case. Maybe they'll send you to the torture room in the garden. I heard there's a big torture room in the main Sonozaki house. Yep, there is. Don't you dare say there isn't. Don't even dare say it's actually just rumors and gossip, nothing else. No, it's quite true. You're so close to being there probably now. Never seen it though. I heard they used to torture and kill the enemies of the village in there. It's just awful, really. They have like 2 torture rooms the entire Hinamizawa town. One a family house and one for the priestly area. I hope I don't end up as a victim of that place. Choose your choices carefully, then you won't have to. Okay. Everything's gonna be alright. You really resemble your mother. The way you take chances, I mean. That's normal, she's my mom. My dad and mom would be furious if they found out about my escape. Well, they were gonna find out at some point. I'm more afraid of them than of the hag. I don't want to go into the details, but my dad is part of the Yakuza. He's charged the organization which covers the Shishibone area. He's in a very important position. So is Kasai here. He's an old friend of Dad, who really trusts him. Oh boy, and is this like gonna put that standing down even more? Oh boy. I don't know if this is true, but I heard Kasai used to be very aggressive, though he's gentle now. Time heals all wounds. It changes people irreparably. I also heard he has tons of scars. I thought I said scars, okay. He was in charge of a few large areas. After he was injured badly in a fight, he retired. Now he's my dad's consultant, aka drinking buddy. Oh nice, that's a better job. He was my caretaker in my childhood, and now I feel like he's my butler. At first I thought my dad asked to supervise me, so I hated him. Butler, or like, what was it, what was the word again? I guess oh, Godfather was that too. But in time, I started to feel like he was on my side. I mean, this is just a hunch, though. I think Kasai used to be in love with my mom. My dad, mom, and Kasai were in a love triangle. That's a love octagon. But my dad took the lead in the end. Kasai couldn't leave my mom entirely, so he stayed around as my dad's friend. I can tell that from the way he acts. He's seen a mom in me. That's why he says I look like my mom every now and then. It kind of gave me the creeps at first, but he isn't a bad guy at all. It's actually pretty funny. I found it out after I got used to him. So when I thought about escaping, I naturally turned to him. I contacted him in an early stage of my plan and arranged to meet him today. You could call him a conspirator. He's a very good conspirator, by the way. Trust. Building right now. He's nice. It's not surprising he's worried about my return to Okinomiya. Considering the rules and traditions, cutting off his pinky finger isn't too far from reality. Might be rolled up in a futon mat and thrown into the swamp for real too. By that grab a knife, keeping your person for a while. Then cut through when you start sinking the swamp. Then swim away out from reach and the prying eye of the family. Then live with the lamb. I mean, even so, there's only one place for me to return to. I'm going to Okinomiya, and nowhere else. That's my hometown. This might be a kind of homesickness. I don't care what it looks like. So what are you gonna do? The Sonozaki family's everywhere. Well, I'll lay low for now. If somebody sees me, I'll tell them I'm Mion. But then put your hair down now. Then what? Well, then after things calm down a little bit, I'll start talking to my closest relatives. I know they'll be on my side. I know some people who covered for me when I had a fight with my dad once. I see. Trying to create a FUD like apply so that the Sonozaki main house will have to accept you later on. I hope that works. It will. Allyship. The best next thing. There are many people who were opposed to the idea of enrolling me in that school too, you know. The decision was obviously made because of the hag's hatred toward me. Yay, just because someone's existence. Yay. God. Don't you agree, Kasai? Well, yes. I thought that decision was excessive. She couldn't make the right decision because she was suffering from menopause. Okay, I was ready to hear that. All the fuss surrounding the damn protest drove her nuts. He smiled. that's so funny. Oh god, that's so funny to me. I couldn't go to sleep after all, even though I was rolled up in a blanket. Even though I told Kasai to shut up, I kept talking to him. Meantime, I got tired of talking. So I could feel the car run smoothly on the highway. Kasai spoke to me again. Shion-san, look. I was so tired that I ignored him. I wondered what he wanted me to look at, but I wasn't that interested. He opened my eyes slightly and saw a sign quickly pass by. Kasai probably wanted me to see that sign. And an illustration of azaleas around the letters that said, "Welcome to Shishibone City. My hometown is coming right up." Okay, that's new. They're definitely going for a different vibe now from the sound of it then. The main menu wasn't any recollection of it. Shion Sonozaki. It's a whole credits roll beginning. Featuring Keiichi Maebara, Mion Sonozaki, Rika Furude, Reina Ryugu, and Sadako Hojo. Satoshi Hojo. Wait, he's here? Oh my god. Kyosuke Iri, Ruminako Chi, Akane Sonozaki. There's some name above that. Huh. Wow, happy, cheerful music. That's actually gonna be interesting to see, actually. This is just I guess her perspective around, like, I'm assuming she just broke out of, like, her school, like, every single time from, I guess, like, every installment, and whatever happens later on is whether just, she gets more involved with Keiichi and all that. Goodbye, sister achievement. Broke out of a prison. Nice. Okay. We only just got one note here. Oh, even the music's different here. Huh. June 1982. So much different vibes here. Satoshi Hojo disappeared several days after the Watanabe festival. There are 3 possible reasons for his disappearance. One possibility is that it was an accident. Dead bodies sometimes end up in irrigation channels a few months after hit-and-run incidents. You think he was hit by a car? But since the police did a thorough search of the area and hadn't found his body, this possibility seems small. I wonder the exact same thing that happened with the woman who died at the beginning of the 3rd installment. Yeah. The second possibility is a self-motivated disappearance. Satoshi-kun has been living in dire circumstances. His close friends actually heard him imply he might run away. The police thought he skipped town after killing his aunt. Okay, yeah, the mood is, like, definitely, like, more chanting. The police thought he skipped town after killing his aunt. That seemed plausible considering that aspect. The police arrested another person for the murder. This hypothesis must also be considered false. One last possibility is that he was involved in a series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa. Yes, that kid was behind it all to kill every single person there secretly. He even killed his own parents and traumatized his little sister even more further. Yeah, definitely. It's also called the curse of Oyashiro-sama. He fell victim to it and disappeared. It'd be another terrible thing if, like, you know, you're just being possessed to kill people anyway, so there's that too. Unless Oyashiro-sama's occult power is actually verified, this curse must be the act of humans. Yeah, literally, this whole line just puts into complete stone. Like, it has to be verified first, but there's still hints that implies it, but, like, not definitively anyway. Besides just, you know, plus since all the characters, like, are superstitious, at least when they hear about it, they start thinking maybe somewhat that it could be also a curse, and unless something inherently and undeniably supernatural happens, it's not gonna be doing that, and I'm a broken record by saying that. It's only natural to assume that Satoshi-kun was made disappear by someone's will. So the question is, whose? The possibilities are quite limited. The culprit is either a member of the Sonozaki family, a member of the three families, or one of their many relatives. The police can assume that easily. I need to think beyond that. Who did it? How did it happen? And why did it have to be done? Why did Satoshi-kun fall victim? What was the motive? Who gave out that order? Who actually did it? The mastermind, the culprit, and the truth. All are in reach of my grasp. Maybe I'll find them right behind my back. But even so, I can't reach everywhere. There are parts of my back I have to make an effort to reach, clenching my teeth and cracking my joints so that the tips of my fingers can barely touch them. The truth is hidden in places like those. That's actually a really nice analogy. Props. I love that line. I'm writing this because I need to organize my thoughts and memories. Nobody will really read it other than myself. Unless I'm dead and you're reading this right now, whoever you are. But somebody does. It means either I threw these notes away because I no longer needed them, or I fell victim to the curse of Oyashiro-sama in the middle of my attempt to solve the mystery. If it was the former, that's okay. But if it was the latter, please, I want you to help me. Please help this powerless young girl. Oh, I was actually wondering what perspective this notebook is being written from. Is this Lily from either Mion or Shion? Or Lily one of the other characters? Or actually Rika, since it's implied from that, and she was like trying to figure out some ways, and like I'm still gonna fight to the bitter end for all that. Yeah. Yeah, the only tip for that one so far. This first prologue chapter was really just introducing just I guess where like Shion was the entire time. The sound of it, like I guess she like, yeah, she like must have consistently like escaped from, you know, that school, and then whatever how she interacts with the main cast like gets onto the timeline, whatever like installment it is, technically speaking, or like literally it must be someone who I guess is part of I guess the main political family, or like someone has some sort of ties, I guess, to them in some way, from I guess for Shion to be targeted in some way, at least for motive wise. There's also the whole thing of like it could again be like more superstition wise, of like like several times like have characters bringing up like religious fanatics who just go to kill just in the name of, you know, Oyashiro-sama, like in their own will or anything like that, or literally just have their own self-interest in mind and making sure people think this way or that way, or just kill these people so they can get in power and get someone else in power so they gets into their own, you know, self-interest and stuff like that, or Liam whether coincidentally or not, make a whole entire chemical process to gas everyone to death. Nice. But then still leave some people alive. And some people went missing then. There was the fact that even then, like, I haven't went back to the credits either, that even the teacher, like, you know, Chi-sensei, like, also was fleeing, but then also went missing. Like, that was implied, I think, in the credits there. There's also that. I'll definitely need to reread the poem at the very beginning, since it went by too fast for me. And I'm wondering about those names that credit opening in the beginning. I'll probably reread that too. I'm definitely more intrigued about Akane Sonozaki then. either I'm assuming that's like, her mom or like another relative like she'll meet around at Okinonomiya. It's definitely gonna be very interesting to see exactly how it's all gonna be. This means definitely gonna be another important character. Then the joke of the after party thing of so like 1,000-word voice lines out of everything for this whole entire installment. That's gonna be fucking hilarious. That's gonna be hilarious. And will Keiichi actually get a sprite, or are we just gonna be off screen? I'm always shrouded in blackness in the shadows. Yeah, I'm actually really interested to just see if he does get sprites, like it's here. Honestly, would be, man. Like, are we just gonna go by the Keiichi's perspective then? Honestly, on the other installments, man, that's bogus. I mean, I guess like I guess you'd have a lot of different creative ways to think about how to get someone who doesn't live in Hinamizawa to be a part of like I guess investigating around the entire place. I mean, like, what was it? Even though it was like for time, I was gonna bring up like I guess just for time reasons and all that. Like there's still the author still managed to make an entire half story with someone who's complete outsider, did not live anywhere near, had any ties to the place. That's just because he was investigating a situation inside the town anyway. Be that. But well, I'm interested to see how Shion will go and gets involved with the whole cast and just see exactly what horrifying things happen or what fun times happen before. Again, the half of this story goes on and it goes more horrifying or a more psychologically damaging circumstances. But I guess we'll find out where that may be for next time. So, have a fun time watching as I am playing this. Hope to see you next time, what time that may be. And I'll hope you a fantastic day.